Good morning, students. Today we're going to take GATE classes. This scheme for preparing SC/ST students for higher education under AICTE's PRERANA scheme. The subject chemical process industries session is oils. Resource person myself Usharani, ASP Chemical Engineering College, Chemical Engineering, Erode Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. First of all, we know what is oil. Oils are organic molecules of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and sometimes nitrogen and sulfur. It is composed of long-chain fatty acids and ester, example glyceride ester, as well as derivative of glycerin, long-chain fatty alcohol, sulfate, and sulfonates. Oils like castor oil, linseed oil are non-edible, and oils like groundnut oil, coconut oil are edible oil. Oil is used in producing vanaspati ghee, soap and detergents, cosmetic, medicines, polymers, paints, varnishes, and many other applications. Students, please note down this type of questions sometimes asked GATE. What is the application of oil? Oil is used in producing vanaspati ghee, soaps, and detergents, cosmetic, medicines, polymer, paints, and varnishes, and in many other applications. This is the flow sheet for preparing oil. How to produce the oil. The seeds are first fed into cleaning and dehulling. Dehulling means it removing the outer layer. And then it goes to cracking load. The crushing will take place and then it goes to digester. In this digester, we are adding water and steam. We are producing micellar and oil. That micellar is in the bottom of the digester. We are recovering and it goes to expeller and the oil is removed and the oil depleted cake is passed to another tank and that is used for animal feed. The top layer is the oil is extracted passed to extractor. Here wheat meal is extracted using solvent. That solvent is recovered and then it passed to flash film evaporation. The evaporation will take place and then it passed to vacuum stripping column. In this stripping column we are adding the steam and then it passed to alkali tank. In this alkali mixed tank is we are adding alkali and then it passed to centrifuge. In the centrifuge we are removing foods for scab manufacturing process in bottom. The clear oil is passed to mixing tank. That mixing tank we are adding filtrates, fillers, and carbon and we are passing to clarifier. In this clarifier we are removing the bottom of this oil and top is unwanted materials. This is the flow sheet for preparing oil production method. Next, what is cleaning and dehulling? Mechanical cleaning is done to remove stones. Mechanical cleaning is done to remove stones and other undesirable materials. Dehulling to remove gulls, dry outer covering of seeds. What is cracking roll? What will happen in cracking rolls means crushing rolls crush to oil seeds and gets flacked seeds. Digester. In digester, 100 parts of flaxseed seed are passed thoroughly and mixed with 5 to 10 parts of water by rotating blades. Softening by means of heat and moisture is done here. Steam is added for heating purpose. Acid is formed by hydrolysis of ester and then seeds are get swollen up. Expeller. What is the role of expeller? The swollen needs are crushed under great pressure. Cells of seeds get ruptured and oil is released. The capturing shape ensures more application of pressure on the seeds. The oil depleted cake is either sent for solvent extraction or it is used as a animal feed. Oil is sent for purification process. So this is the role of expeller. Students listen. Sometimes what is the expeller role in oil industry? Ask for GATE. So mixing tank. In mixing tank, the extracted oil is treated with alkali. Like what are the alkalis are used to the oil industries means NaOH or Na2CO3. What is the use of using this alkaline oil treatment means to remove the fatty acid. Students note it down. This type of questions may ask for GATE exams. It is also remove heavy metals which can start oxidation of oil and also remove heavy metals. The extracted oil is treated with alkali means what are the alkalis are used now? NaOH and Na2CO3. What is the purpose of using alkali in water and oil treatment means we are removing the fatty acids and also remove the heavy metals which can start the oxidation of oil. Centrifuge. What is the purpose of using centrifuge in oil industry? Acids are separated in centrifuge separator. These separated acids are used to foods for soap manufacturing. Using the separate centrifuge, we are separating the some of the component. That component is used for soap manufacturing process. That oil industry waste that is used to manufacture the soap. Then next, rotary filler. The clear oil is treated with some bleaching agent like Fuller's earth carbon infiltrate before rotary filter. Rotary drum filter is used for removal of seed particles which may be present. This finished oil is produced. From this process, around 1 to 2% oil content remains in the meal. The extractor. The flake seeds or oil extracted seeds from the crushing rolls are fed on a moving bed. Oil depleted cake is also added in extractor. The solvent extract oil from the seeds. The wet meal, the left seed part is collected in the middle and it is sent for removal, solvent removal. How we are removing the solvent in the oil industry process. Steam is used to extract the solvent carried by the oil seeds. So students, you note it down. This point is very important. What is used to remove the solvent in oil? Steam is used to extract the solvent carried by the oil seeds. Next, the rotating blades ensure better exposure to steam. The solvent-free meat is sent to dryer and then used as a animal feed. Solvent is collected from top and it is recycled after cooling it in heat exchanger. Flash flame evaporator. The solvent is preheated. The solvent is preheated by steam. Oil is concentrated here by evaporating the more volatile component, hexane. The hexane is recycled back to extractor after heat recovery. The use of flash evaporator reduced the cost of vacuum stripping column. Next, vacuum stripping column. The oil from flash evaporator is fed here. The stripping is done by steam, that is, steam carries away the hexane. And it is under vacuum for the reason that the boiling point of hexane and oil are close to each other. Jet ejector is used here to generate vacuum. The hexane is recycled again. The oil produced here is either directly used or sent for purification. Hydrogenation of oil. The hydrogen process is used to remove double bond and to make fats and oil saturates. Hydrogenation also arises its melting point and it improves its resistance to rancid oxidation. The most common end product of hydrogenation is vanaspati ghee. Other products include vanaspati vegetable ghee, carded industrial oils, and partially hydrogenated liquid oils. So, what is the chemical reaction? So, first R1 C double bond C of X R2 plus X minus Y H2 nickel catalyst is using R1 C double bond of Y R2 nickel catalyst preparation. So NiHCO twice dot 2 H2O on 190 degrees Celsius nickel catalyst plus 2CO2 plus H2 plus 2 H2O. This produces a finely divided catalyst which is preferred for well stirred hydrogenation reactors. So nickel catalyst preparation and reduce inert catalyst support. So NiOH twice plus H2 gives Ni star plus H2O, NiCO3 plus H2 gives Ni star plus H2O plus CO2. Nickel salts are precipitated on inert porous carriers such as Hegelger or diatomaceous earth and reduced at high temperature in a hydrogen atmosphere. So nickel catalyst preparation. 2Al Ni plus 6NaOH Ni star plus 2NaAl2O3 plus 3H2 Ranny nickel and alloy. This is for alloy. Produces spongy high surface area catalyst when the sodium aluminate is washed with water. Oil which is to be saturated and pure hydrogen. So in this flow sheet, students will listen carefully what is oil means, what is the uses of oil, what is the application of oil. Oil it is used to producing vanaspati ghee, soap and detergent, cosmetic, medicine, polymer, paint and varnishes and many other applications. You note it down. Sometimes this type of questions may ask for gate. So what is oil? All of you know oils are organic molecule of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and sometimes nitrogen and sulfur. What are the different types of oil? Castor oil, linseed oil or non-edible oil, groundnut oil, coconuts or edible oils. Examples. So this is the flow sheet for producing oil. First, the seeds are passed to cleaning and dehulling, and then it passed to cracking roll. In this cracking roll, we are passing the digester. Here, 100 parts of seeds are added. The 10 to 5 parts of water is adding. The miscellaneous steam is used for digestion purpose, and miscella is collected as the bottom of the digester. That is passed to expeller. We are removing the oil, and then it passed to that waste. It passed to animal feed. The oil depleted cake is passed to used as a animal feed, and then it passed to extractor. We are extracting the wheat meal, and also solvent removal. The solvent is passed using the steam and meal to dryer. The waste is passed to dryer. The steam is used for a flash evaporation drum and vacuum column. The steam is that recycled solvent is again is passed to extractor, and then the expelled oil is passed to mixed tank. In this, we are adding the alkali. What is the purpose of adding the alkali means? That is alkali. What are the alkalis used for oil means? We discussed NaOH and Na2CO3. What is the use of using the algorithm to removing the heavy metals and waste materials. And it goes to centrifuge. We are removing the in centrifuge bottom the waste material that is used for foods, that is used for soap manufacturing. And that clear oil is passed to fuller set for carbon. And we are removing the waste material and the mixed tank and passed to centrifuge. In this centrifuge bottom is we are removing the finished oil. So what is the hexane is used to hexane solvent is used for the purification purposes is solvent. So oil which is to be saturated and pure hydrogen, the flow sheet, the oil, the hydrogenation of oil process flow sheet. The oil it passes to hydrogenator. In this hydrogenator we are adding hydrogen and steam or water. At that hydrogenator oil is passed to catalyst separator. We are removing the nickel catalyst. The catalyst is passed to another stir tank. We are adding the oil that is for to pump. It pumped to catalyst slurry in hydrogenator, and then it passed to catalytic separator. It is passed to vacuum steam depositor. In this vacuum steam depositor, we are adding the steam and the downtherm for heating tracer used. Then it on bottom of that vacuum plus decomposer, it goes to decolorizer. In this decolorizer oil decolorization purpose, we are using filler 8 and filler 8 carbon, and then it goes to filtration. In this filtration we are adding waste solids are removing and oils are collecting. That oil is po- product oil or partially hydrogenated oils. This is the oil hydrogenation from process flow sheet. Hydrogenator. What is the role of hydrogenator in oil industry? The oil is fed to the hydrogenator. Students listen. Sometimes this type of questions may ask for gate. Oil is fed to the hydrogenator. In this, hydrogen and steam is introduced in it. In this hydrogenator, we are introducing hydrogen and steam. What type of catalyst using? We are preparing the nickel catalyst. Nickel catalyst used. The catalyst oil slurry for concentration 5 to 15 percentage. The catalyst oil slurry for concentration of 5 to 15 percentage kg per ton of oil is also put. The reaction is slightly exothermic, so the steam is sometimes turned off. So the reaction is exothermic means the steam is sometimes turned off. Deodorizer. What is the purpose of deodorizer? The hydrogenated oil is now fed to vacuum steam deodorizer. It operates continuous basis. We are removing the unwanted smell producing component. So next, the finishing process. Oil is color is removed by treating with fillers. How to remove the oil colors in oil industry means we are treating with fullers earth. or carbon. Treating fillers at carbon means we are removing the oil colors. It is then filtered, mixed with some vitamins. Then we are removing the color means that color is filtered, mixed with some vitamins. Now the finished oil is sent for packing and storage section. This is the continuous process of manufacturing soap production, fatty acid and glycerin process. So this is the manufacturing process of soap, fatty acid and glycerin. So 15 to 20 percentage glycerin regular impurities, fat, catalyst or enter into hydrator. What hot water is at 230 to 250 degrees Celsius in bottom of that tower, 40 to 44, 4 to 4.5 atmospheric pressure, and then it goes to flash tank and we are removing the water as a vacuum, and then it goes to vacuum still we are removing the waste. It is posed to, and then it goes to we are removing the acid fatty acids and it pumped to mixer we are adding NaOH and blender we are removing the bar stop pressures and chipping rolls and for soap powder. And then in the bottom of the hydrator, we are removing positive ion exchange column. In that ion exchange column, it passes to multiple effect evaporator. We are removing the steam, and then it passes to vacuum still. Vacuum still. We are introducing the steam, and then it passes to pressing tank. We are removing 99% yellow glycerin. Dissolving tank. We are removing the glycerin, and then it passes to mixture. We are adding activated carbon and filter. And we are obtaining 99% white glycerin. In this flow sheet, we are obtaining three products. One is fatty acid, another one is soap powder, and third one is glycerin. This is the manufacturing process of soap, fatty acid, and glycerin. What is the raw material means fats and catalyst we are using, and to removing the fatty acids, soap powder, and glycerin. So fat filtering reaction. This is the reaction is the fat filtering reaction. So or COO3, CO thrice C3H5 plus 3H2. It produces 3R COOH plus 3 C3H5OH thrice. This is the triglycerides plus water. It is split into fatty acid and glycerin. This is the reaction. So triglyceride react with water to produce fatty acid and glycerin. This reaction is also named as fat filtering reaction. So students note it down. Maybe sometimes ask this type of question in GATE. Next, what is the saponification reaction? So fatty acid, it react with OH. It produces soap plus water. So RCOOH plus MOH it produces RCOOM, that is called soap plus water. This is the saponification reaction. This reaction is also named as saponification reaction. Next, hydrolysis. So the fat and catalyst are mixed together and enter the hydrolyzer. In this flow sheet, this is the hydrolyzer. In this hydrolyzer, we are entering fat and catalyst. Hot water is added here. So in this hydrolyzer, we are adding the hot water. The temperature is 230 to 250 degrees Celsius. Intimate mixing is required for the water oil immiscible phase. So water has 10 to 15% of solubility in oil and fats. So water has 10 to 15% solubility in oil and fats. So important, this is underlined, may be asked for GATE exams. So water has what is the gas range of solubility in oil and fats. Sometimes it may be asked this type of question means you can write 10 to 15% solubility in oil and fats for water. So temperature is maintained at 230 to 250 degrees Celsius and pressure at 40 to 45 atmospheric pressure for reaction between water and organic component. So the fatty acid stream is produced as a top product while glycerin stream is produced as a bottom product. So in the hydrolyzer, what are the components we are entering means fat and catalyst. It is mixed together. Enter the hydrolyzer. In this hydrolyzer, we are adding the water. The temperature is 230 to 250 degrees Celsius. The intimate mixing is required for water and oil, water oil immiscible phase. So water oil maximum is immiscible, but 10 to 15% is solubility of oil and fats in water. Temperature is maintained to the 250 degree and pressure is 40 to 45 atmosphere. The reaction between water and organic compound. Already we discussed what are the reactions carried out in this hydrolyzer. The fatty acid stream is produced as a top product while glycerin stream is produced as a bottom product. So in this hydrolyzer there are two products is produced. In top of that hydrolyzer we are obtaining glycerin stream and bottom is produced we are obtaining top product acid fatty acid is obtaining top product and bottom is you are obtaining glycerin stream is produced as a bottom product. So then it goes to flash tank. Fatty acid from the hydrolyzer and the fatty acid is the top product of the hydrolyzer that enters into the flash tank to remove what will happen remove water and concentrated fatty acids in this flash tank. And then vacuum still. The concentrated fatty acid enters a high vacuum still. The jet ejector is used to generate vacuum in the still. So how to generate the vacuum in vacuum? Generate the vacuum in the still means using jet ejector we can produce the or we can generate the vacuum. Wastes are separated from the bottom. Fatty acid is also taken out as a marketable product. In vacuum still, we are obtaining fatty acid as a marketable product. So in hydrolyzer, we are obtaining two products. And top product is fatty acid and bottom product is what is that bottom product is glycerin. So top product is passed through two unit operation. One is flash tank and what will happen in flash tank to remove the water and concentrated fatty acid and then it passes to vacuum still we are obtaining the marketable product. What will happen here? High vacuum still how to produce the vacuum means jet using jet ejector we can produce the or we can generate the vacuum. Next, mixer. Fatty acid produced from vacuum steel is now pumped to mixture. The produced vacuum in vacuum steel we are producing or obtaining fatty acid that is passed to or pumped to mixture. Base such as NaOH or KOH is mixed in appropriate proportion and mixed thoroughly. In mixer, we are adding NaOH or KOH is mixed in appropriate proportions and mixed thoroughly. After mixing, a viscous mass is produced. After mixing, a viscous mass is produced. Then pass to blender. Chipping rolls to manufacture soap strips. So blender la chipping rolls. What is the role of chipping rolls means to manufacture the soap strips. And then spray dryer to get soap powder. It is used to manufacture liquid soaps. Spray dryer na, that is the soap powders. Bar press stock to press and cut the viscous mass into bars of soap. Next, in that hydrolyzer in bottom, ion exchange column is introducing. In this ion exchange column, 15 to 20% of glycerin along with impurities from the hydrolyzer goes for ion exchange. Here, salt and color is removed for glycerin. The ion exchange column, what is the purpose of ion exchange column? We are removing salt and color from the glycerin. Triple effect evaporator. The product stream from ion exchanger is sent to triple effect evaporator. The product stream from ion exchanger is sent to triple effect evaporator. The glycerin solution is concentrated in evaporator. Using evaporator, the glycerin solution is concentrated. Next it was to vacuum still. The glycerin obtained from vacuum still is called yellow glycerin. It is used for industrial use. The steam produced from evaporator is used in vacuum still to further concentrate the glycerin. Mixer. We are removing the color. Yellow glycerin is treated with activated carbon in mixture. Activated carbon is separated from the solution. 99% of white glycerin is produced. So this flow sheet is manufacturing of soap, fatty acid, glycerin. These three products we are producing are fats and catalyst is passed to hydrolyzer. In this hydrolyzer we are adding students listen carefully. Once again I repeated. So hot water is introduced in that hydrolyzer. What is the temperature range? What is the temperature range, ma? So that is nothing but 230 to 250 degrees Celsius. What is the atmospheric pressure? Maintaining the hydrolyzer means 40 to 45 atmospheric pressure. And then in this hydrolyzer, we are producing top product is fatty acid and bottom product is glycerin. So that top product, what is that fatty acid is passed to glass tank. Here water is removed and then it passed to vacuum still. In this vacuum still, at bottom we are removing the waste. And top of that fatty acid is passed. We are removing the fatty acid product. That fatty acid, one part of fatty acid again it passed to mixture. In this mixture we are adding NaOH and blender complete blending will be takes place, mixing will take place. We are producing bar stock and chipping rolls and for soap powder. In soap powder we are using spray dryer. We are acquiring soap powder, chipping rolls, produce the soap and bar stock the soap viscous mass into bar. In bottom of that hydrolyzer, what is the product we are obtaining? Already discussed. That is nothing but glycerin. That glycerin is passed to ion exchange column. In this ion exchange column, we are removing waste and color. And then it passed to multiple evaporator. We are removing the water. And then it passed to vacuum still introducing the steam. And we are and then vacuum still introducing steam of that bottom with vacuum still. And then it passed to holding tank. In this holding tank we are obtaining 19% of yellow glycerin. That yellow glycerin is converted into white glycerin means we are adding activated carbon in the next mixture, and that yellow glycerin is converted into white glycerin, that is filter, and it obtained as a 99% white glycerin. In this flow sheet we are obtaining three products. One is fatty acid and soap powders and glycerin. These two are the reactions. One is fat filtering reaction and the saponification reaction. Students, listen carefully. So what is the role of ion exchange column? 15 to 20% glycerin along with impurities from the hydrolyzer goes for ion exchange column. What will happen? Here salts and colors are removed. In blender, what is the three process will take place? Chipping rolls to manufacture soap particles. Soap strips in chipping rolls, we are manufacturing the soap strips, and spray dryer to get soap powder used for manufacturing of liquid soaps. Next, bar press off to press and cut the viscous mass into the bar. Blender. The viscous mass from the mixture is sent to the blender. The ingredients like scents, antifungal and antibacterial chemicals add, etc. is mixed in the blender. The blends remove the solid mass which is sent to. A mixture when the fatty acid produced from the vacuum still is now pumped to mixture. In here we are adding NaOH and KOH in mixed appropriate proportion and mixed thoroughly. After mixing, viscous mass is produced. How the yellow glycerin is converted into white glycerin means we are adding the activated carbon in that mixer. That activated carbon, the using surface phenomena, the color is absorbed. The yellow color is absorbed. That activated surface, activated carbon surface. That yellow glycerin is converted into white glycerin due to surface phenomena absorption. Activated carbon is separated from the solution using filter, and 99% of white glycerin is produced. Waxes. What is wax? There are animal, vegetable, mineral, synthetic waxes depending upon the source. Animal waxes are secreted as a productive coating by certain insects. So what are the different types of waxes? Now, vegetable waxes, where it is found, are found as a coating on leaves, stems, flowers, seeds. Mineral waxes are paraffin wax obtained from petroleum, such as waxes are yielded by coal, peat, and ignite. So, what is waxes? There are animal, vegetable, mineral, synthetic waxes depending upon the source. Based on the source, their waxes are obtained as animal or vegetable or mineral and synthetic waxes. So, animal wax, where it is segregated, it productive coating by certain insect, and vegetable wax, where it is extracted or where it is the source of vegetable wax, are found as a coating on leaves, stems, flower, and seeds. where it is obtained from the mineral wax or paraffin wax obtained from petroleum. Waxes are yielded by coal, peat, and lignite. There are three different types of waxes are obtained based on the depend upon the source. First one is animal wax, vegetable wax, mineral, and synthetic waxes. What are the different types of waxes? Students listen. Sometimes this type of question may ask for GATE exam. So listen carefully, note it down. So listen students. There are different types of waxes are there. One is beeswax, carbonuba wax, spermaceti wax, ozocerite wax, paraffin wax, mountain wax, candelilla wax, synthetic wax. These are the different types of waxes. One is beeswax, carnauba wax, spermaceti wax, ozoceritite wax, paraffin wax, mountain wax, candelilla wax, synthetic wax. So beeswax. What is beeswax? This is the best known wax. This is made from honeycombs by solvent extraction or boiling in water. Many church candles contain more than 50% of beeswax. So candles are made up of beeswax. So what is beeswax? It is a best known wax where it is obtained honeycombs by solvent extraction. Using solvent extraction, what is extraction? The solution is enter into the extractor. We are adding one solvent. Based on the solvent solubility of that solute, the solute and solvent, extracting solvent is separated as the extract, and feed solvent and extracting solvent is present in the small amount, that is that product is called as a raffinate. So the beeswax only is a best known wax. It is made from honeycombs by solvent. How we are extracting honeycombs means using solvent extraction or boiling in water. Many candles are contain more than 50% of this type of wax. So carnauba wax. This wax is obtained from carnauba palm, which grows in Brazil. So this type of wax is obtained from carnauba palm, which is grows in Brazil. The leaves are cut, dried for 3 days. This is the vegetable wax. These leaves that carnauba palm trees are cut, dried for 3 days, and sent to beater house. The drying loosens the wax, which can be easily beaten from the slashed leaf, and it falls to flour where it is gathered at the end of the day and melted. This is filtered through cheesecloth allowed to harden and sold. So carnauba wax only it is a vegetable wax. This wax is obtained from carnauba farm, where it is grown, which is grown in Brazil. The leaves, carnauba farm leaves are cut, dried for 3 days, and sent to beater house. What is the purpose of drying this leaves means it loosen the wax, which can be easily beaten. The wax is dried means loosen the wax, and beaten and slash the leaf, now it falls to the floor where it is gathered at the end of the day and melted. So once beaten and slashed means the wax is separated. This filtered through cheesecloth allowed to harden and sold. The product is used as a component of floor, automobile, furniture polishes, and in carbon paper, candles, and certain molded products. These are the uses of carnauba waxes. Students, listen and note it down. Underline the uses of carnauba waxes, where it is used or application of the carnauba wax. This type of carnauba wax product is used as a component of floor. Floor. Note it down. Floor, automobile, furniture, polishes. So first one is it is a major component of floor, automobile, and furniture polishes in carbon paper, candles, and certain mold products. These are the uses or application of carnauba waxes. This is the one type of vegetable wax. Listen carefully and note it down. Sometimes this types of questions may ask for gate exams. Spermaceti. The oil is removed from the head cavity of whale. It is important for lubrication. The head oil upon chilling and setting is a solid wax. It is odorless, tasteless, and it is used for chiefly as a base for ointments. So where it is used, this spermaci Waxanol is used for ointments. So the oil is the spermaci wax is how to produce now. The oil is removed from the head cavity of whale. So head cavity of whale, yeah, the oil is removed. That is important for lubrication purpose. This is for very important for lubrication purposes we are using. The head oil upon chilling and setting is a solid wax. The head we are extracting or removed from the head cavity of pearl, na, that head oil is upon chilling and setting, na, it is a form a solid wax. It is odorless means no. It is odor means it is odorless and also tasteless. It is used for chiefly as a base for ointments. Ointment preparation. This is for base. So spermaci wax. Next, ozocerite. This is the name given to certain naturally occurring mineral wax. Ozoceritite, right? Ozocerite. This name is given naturally occurring mineral waxes. The ozocerite known as commercially in particular earth wax, mined in Eastern Europe. It is chiefly employed for electrical insulation, waterproofing. Ozocerite waxes, where it is used, what is the application of ozocerite waxes means it is employed for electrical insulation, waterproofing, impregnating. These are the uses for ozocerite. Students listen, note it down. Next, paraffin wax. This is concentrated in certain lubricating oil fractions. So the paraffin wax where it is obtained in petroleum industry. This wax is concentrated in certain lubricating oil fractions as a result of distillation, and it is separated by chilling and filter pressing. Extraction of lube oil fraction followed by distillation into narrow boiling fraction yield macrocrystalline waxes. The wax வந்து it is a certain lubricating oil fraction which is result of distillation. Distillation based on the boiling point difference, the components were separated by chilling and filtering process. The bottom of the product is chilled and filtering process. The extraction of the lube oil is followed by distillation into narrow boiling. After the distillation, it is passed to narrow boiling process. The fraction sealed as a microcrystalline waxes. Mountain wax. The name mountain wax generally applies to the wax obtained from bituminous wax, solvent extracted from bituminous lignite or shale, but a similar wax may be obtained from peat or brown coal. Its important applications include electrical insulations, polishes, and pastes. Its important applications include electrical insulation, polishes, and pastes. The mountain wax or the uses or applications it include electrical insulations. First one, electrical insulation. Second one, polishes and pastes are using mountain wax. How it is obtained? The name itself, mountain wax, generally applies the wax obtained from bituminous wax, that is waste bituminous, that is in lignite. Bituminous wax, solvent extracted from bituminous lignite or shale. But its similar wax may be obtained from the peat or brown coal. Brown coal, we are extracting this type of wax or lignite or shale. That is the application, main application where it is used Mountain wax means it is included electrical insulation, polishes and pastes. Candelilla wax. It is made by boiling the stems of the plant, common in Mexico and southwestern US with a water, sulfuric acid mixture and skimming of the wax which floats on the liquid. So how to produce the candelilla wax? Now it is made by boiling the stem of plant, commonly where it is that plant is grown means Mexico and the southwestern US with a water of sulfuric acid that leaves, that is sorry, that stems, and water and sulfuric acid is mixture and skimming of the wax which floats on the liquid. Another method of obtaining this wax is by extracting the stems. Another method of obtaining this wax is extracting of stems with hexane. So another method, how will you extract the candelilla wax means the extracting process. We are extracted using stem and hexane and recovering the wax by distillation of solvent. Then synthetic waxes. Various materials are used to make synthetic waxes. Carbo waxes are high molecular weight polyethylene glycols. They are useful for wax emulsifier. Next one, higher aliphatic alcohols used for emulsified wax substitutes. Other synthetic waxes are produced from fatty acid and amines and chlorinated paraffin waxes. So, various materials are used to make synthetic waxes. Carbo waxes are high molecular weight polyethylene glycols. They are useful for wax emulsifiers. Higher aliphatic alcohols are used as emulsified wax substitutes. Other synthetic waxes are produced from fatty acid and amines and chlorinated paraffin waxes. These are the synthetic waxes. Next, these are the different types of waxes. Waxes are three. One is animal, vegetable, mineral, and synthetic wax. Depend upon the source, we are putting the name as animal vegetable waxes and vegetable waxes or mineral wax, synthetic waxes. Animal wax, it is a productive coating by a certain insect we are extracting. Vegetable waxes coating on leaves, stem, flowers, seeds. Mineral wax, paraffin wax obtained from petroleum and yield coal, peat, and lignites. There are different types of waxes: beeswax, carnauba wax, spermaceti wax, ozocerite, paraffin wax, mountain wax, candelilla waxes, and synthetic waxes. Beeswax, it is used for the candle preparations. This is the best known wax. And carbona wax, it is a vegetable wax. It is used for many types. What is preparing the main component of floor, automobile and furniture polishes, and also used in carbon paper, candles and certain mold products. Spermaceti, the oil it is very important for lubrication purpose. This type of wax is used. It is odorless, colorless and cheaply used for the base for ointments. Also, it is naturally occurring mineral wax. It is where it is used in electrical insulations, waterproofing, impregnating. Paraffin wax, it is lubricating oil fractions we are obtaining as a chilling and filtering process we are obtaining. Mountain wax, we are obtaining from bituminous wax. It is extracted from bituminous lignite or shale and it may be obtained from peat or brown coal. Where it is used or it is what is the application of mountain wax means electrical insulation, polishes and pastes. Candelilla wax, it is used for sulfuric acid and skimming wax of the float on the liquid. Synthetic waxes, various materials are used to make the synthetic waxes. Carbo waxes are high molecular weight, but the main material is polyethylene glycol. Where it is used and is used for wax emulsifiers. And higher aliphatic alcohols used as emulsified wax substitutes. Other synthetic waxes are produced from fatty acid, amines, and chlorinated paraffin waxes. Next, synthetic detergents. What is synthetic detergent? Detergent have better surface tension, lowering action than soaps. So what is detergents means? Detergents have better surface tension, lowering action than soaps. Due to excessive foaming, it is unable to reduce organic content of sewage effluent. So degradation of detergent is an important environmental effect. So all of you note it down. This is very important. So biodegradation of detergent is very important. It is the major environmental factor. Detergent react with hot water ions. Detergents are four types: ionic detergents, cationic detergents, non-ionic, and amphiotic ion detergents. There are four types. Most common type is anionic, which is generally made up of sodium salt of organic sulfate or sulfonate. So, synthetic detergent. What is synthetic detergents? It have better surface tension, lowering action than soaps. Due to excessive foaming, it is unable to reduce organic content of sewage effluent. Biodegradation of detergent is an important environmental factor. All of you note it down. Very important. Sometimes may ask for gate. Detergents react with hot water. There are four types are available. What are the four types? So first one is anionic, second one is cationic detergents, third one is non-anionic detergent, and fourth one is amphiotic detergent. So most common type of detergent is used means anionic, which is generally made up of sodium salt of an organic sulfate or sulfonate. So methods to make detergent. So first alkylate benzene react with oleum means it produce alkylic benzene sulfonate react with oleum, it produces alkyl benzene sulfate. Next, tallow fatty alcohol react with oleum, it produces fatty alcohol. Then sulfonate react with sulfate plus NaOH produce sodium salt. And sodium salt plus builders react with builders to produce detergent. This is the reaction for detergent preparation. Next, this is the process flow sheet for detergent processing. So sulfonator, it passes to mixture and surge tank. The surge tank it passes to cooler. The cooler is passed to neutralizer surfactant storage. And then silicate, phosphate, and the dry scrub is passed to structure. And then it passes to drop tank. The drop tank is passed to high pressure pumping and passed to spray shower using furnace. So heating purpose, that is air is left, cyclone separator, and then screened. We are removing the perfume onto packing. Sulfonation. What is sulfonation? Linear alkyl benzene is introduced continuously into the sulfonator with the required amount of oleum to control the heat of sulfonation conversion and maintain the temperature at about 55 degrees Celsius. What is sulfator? The mixture obtained from the sulfator is fed to sulfator. The sulfated tallow fatty alcohol and more amount of oleum is added. All mixtures are mixed together in sulfator and maintain the temperature at 50 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees Celsius, thus manufacturing the mixture of surfactant. Neutralization. The sulfonated or sulfated product is neutralized with NaOH solution under controlled temperature to maintain fluidity of the surfactant slurry. The surfactant slurry is conducted to storage. Then, what is the role of crusher? The surfactant slurry, sodium tripolyphosphate silicate, and most of the miscellaneous additives are introduced into the crusher. A considerable amount of water is removed and paste is thicked by tripolyphosphate hydration reaction. This is the reaction. So Na5P3O10 plus 6H2O produces Na5P3O10 dot H2O. Spray tower. The mixture is pumped to spray tower where it is sprayed under high pressure and hot air passed through spray tower by furnace. Dried granules are acceptable shape and size. It is suitable density are formed. Finishing. The dried granules are transferred to an cyclone through air lifts which cools them from 115 degrees Celsius and stabilize the granules. The granules are separated in cyclones, cleaned, pumped, and packed. This is the manufacturing process of detergents. So, what is synthetic detergent? So, synthetic detergents have better surface tension, lowering action on the soaps. Due to excessive foaming, so detergents we are using means excessive foaming is formed. It is unable to reduce organic content of sewage effluent. So biodegradation of detergent is a very important environmental factor. We are preparing the detergents means the biodegradation of detergent is very important. Detergent react with hard water ions. So the detergents are four types. One is ionic, cationic, non-ionic, and amphipathic. The most common type is anionic, which is generally made up of sodium salt of organic sulfate or sulfonates. This is the method to make detergent. First, alkyl benzene react with oleum to produce alkyl benzene sulfonate. The tally fatty alcohol sulfate plus oleum produce fatty alcohols, and sulfate plus NaOH produce sodium sulfate, sodium salt. That sodium salt react with binders to produce detergents. This is the flow sheet for manufacturing the detergents. The first process it is sulfonation. Linear alkyl benzene is introduced continuously in the sulfonator. Linear alkyl benzene is introduced into the sulfonator with required amount of volume to control the heat of sulfonation conversion and maintain the temperature at about 55 degrees Celsius. This is the sulfonation process. So linear alkyl benzene is introduced continuously into the sulfonator. So linear alkyl benzene is introduced into the sulfonator continuously with required amount of volume. Volume is added. The heat control conversion is maintained. The temperature range is 55 degrees Celsius. Sulfonator. The mixture obtained from the sulfonator is fed to sulfator. We are obtaining the mixture from the sulfonator, that is fed to sulfator. What will happen in the sulfator means the sulfator, tallow, fatty alcohol, and more amount of volume is added. All mixtures are mixed together in sulfator and maintain temperature is 50 to 55 degrees Celsius. The manufacturing of the surfactants. Next, neutralization. The sulfonated or sulfated product is neutralized with NaOH solution under controlled temperature to maintain fluidity of the surfactant slurry. The next, the surfactant slurry is conducted to storage. Structure. The surfactant slurry, sodium tripolyphosphate. Students listen. So sometimes this type of reactions may cause for git. Tripolyphosphate silicate and most of the miscellaneous additives are introduced into the structure. The considerable amount of water is removed and paste is thickened by tripolyphosphate hydration reaction. The Na5P3O10 plus 6H2O produces Na5P3O10.H2O. Spray dryer. The mixture is pumped to spray tower where it is sprayed under high pressure and hot air passed to spray tower by furnace. The dried granules of acceptable shape and size at suitable density are formed. So, thank you students.